Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. I hope that your day is getting off to a wonderful start, and that I hope your day is filled with love and laughter, and is as beautiful as it is outside, because right now it's about 70 degrees. There's a nice crisp breeze, and it's just absolutely beautiful, and I'm super grateful and connected. And I would like to make this video this morning for two people in my life that have recently lost their father in the last few days, or anybody that's lost a loved one. This message could be for, but two men I have specifically in mind, and I want to assure them that though the physical body of their fathers may be gone, their spirit and their relationship is not. And what I want to let you guys know, as in the two men, that it's back to being a child and learning how to develop a relationship with your father now that he is in different form and he is in the spirit realm. And I speak from my experience and my renewed relationship with my father that I had to completely relearn. Before my father passed, I was an atheist. I didn't believe in anything greater. And I thought you were put in the ground and you were worm food, and that was it. But what I learned to do over time, after all the pain and the heartache and the drinking and all the toxic things that I allowed myself to do to max the pain, once I was held accountable that I was doing these toxic things and people called me out on them, I really started to reevaluate my life, and my father started to come through to me in the spirit, from the spirit side. And I had to relearn how to sit still with myself, to feel and hear those messages that my father was trying to give. When my father first died, I drank for a month straight every single day. I beat myself up. What if I did this? What if he was killed in a car accident? And there's no what ifs. There's nothing I could have done, but you still beat yourself up, and you still play the what if game, and how unjust that is for our souls. Because I hadn't seen my father in a little over a month at that point, just because having a young family and making excuses and not making the time, I really beat myself up. But as time went on, I learned to sit still with myself and feel again, and feel completely. There were nights that I spent curled up in the fetal position, bawling my eyes out, and getting that negative emotion out that ties to death in the human realm. Our understanding of death, because not a lot of our programming, it teaches us how to tap into the spirit realm, and rightfully so. They wouldn't want to teach us that, because it unlocks unlimited potential and knowledge of so much greater. But once I learned to sit still with myself through meditation and prayer, my father came to me energetically. I don't mean he came to me as I saw him as a ghost, but energetically in meditation. And I kept hearing, forgive, don't forget. Forgive, don't forget. And all we can do with death in this realm is take the lessons from it. And the more I sat with the forgive, don't forget, it was for myself. Forgive myself for not making more time for my father and for my loved ones, but don't forget what's important. Don't forget that family is everything, and your loved ones and the people that you hold dear to your heart. You know, saying you can't find the time is a piss poor excuse, because you don't find time as a man, and time being man made, you make the time for your loved ones. And I was beating myself up, and my dad came to remind me to forgive myself, because it was sending me down a toxic spiral. Um, but I needed that lesson, and he helped bring that lesson to the light for me. And as time goes on, feel the pain. It's so important to feel the pain. As men, we want to, when people ask us how we're doing, oh, I'm good. Times are tough, but I'm good. And inside, you're being eaten alive by these negative emotions, and the sadness and the sorrow. But you tell everybody you're fine. You tell everybody you're fine. Or you surround yourself and keep yourself distracted and busy, because it's so painful to feel those emotions of losing a loved one. And it hurts, but it's essential to sit with. You must, to heal, to go through death as a human in the proper manner. You must feel completely. And once you've run out of tears, once the screaming and the why, the angry why, the confused why settles, from crying it out and yelling it out and being angry and being whatever emotion you feel completely, the why comes back. But it's got to be a centered why. A why with actually wanting to know. So when you ask that centered why, you have to sit still enough to hear the answer. And the answer will come. And I've learned over time that with spirit encompassing all, the people that I surround myself with embody different parts of my father. And it came up to me last night, and a few weeks ago. I've got a good friend, Matt, on my baseball team that has a haircut much like my father had, straight from the 80s. And the way he puts on a hat and he flips his hair, he's got a little flip out in the back, and he flips his hair and he puts his hat on, and I could see my father's spirit shining through Matt, and it just overwhelmed me with warm love. And I let Matt know, and I thanked Matt, because at that moment, Matt embodied my father. Just last night, couples game night, coffee club, one of my best friends, Eric Dixon, the way he was laying down cards, and I didn't tell you this last night, Eric, but Eric at that moment was embodying my father and shining through my father was shining through my best friend, and letting me know that he is ever present, and that the relationship that we have is no longer in this physical world, but the love and the caring and the compassion and the guidance is always there. We just have to relearn. We have to relearn the programmed relationships that we have with these people that transition into the spiritual realm. Steve, Mike, I love you guys. Reach out to me. I'm here for you. I know it's not easy. Transition is never easy, especially when it's death. But there's beauty. There's beauty in the transformation of relationships. You can have a relationship with a deceased member. Spirit encompasses all. Spirit will shine through when you most need it, when you least expect it, in the little things you do in life, such as playing cards or putting on a hat. Spirit is ever present, and your fathers will always be with you. And you know, I was thinking about it this morning, and you know, it's cliche. It is, yeah, I feel him. You know, I used to say, yeah, I feel him. I know he's around. I know he's present. But I was full of shit. I just always heard people say that, you know, and that was the program response of, oh, he's in a better place. Yeah, I feel him. You know, I feel him. But until I really sat still with myself and made the intention and said the prayers and asked to feel their presence, they were just words. So grateful for this beautiful life, and I'm so grateful to have such a deeper understanding than I had, and I'm so grateful that my father's life and transition into the spiritual realm set my spirit ablaze and has allowed me to be a beacon of light and a beacon of hope and a beacon of guidance for others going through tough times. And you know, we can all channel spirit, and we can all receive these messages if we sit still long enough to feel. Society is nothing but thinking anymore, but to be heart-centered and heart-driven, we must feel. And feeling encompasses all. Good, bad, or indifferent. Pain, happiness, joy, anger. The whole spectrum we must feel. So fellas, feel the pain. Don't bury it. Don't mask it with alcohol. Don't mask it with drugs. Don't mask it with fighting, Steve. No amount of anger and rage will connect you with Source and connect you with the spiritual realm. All that does when you allow that to conquer you is hurts other people around you. So feel completely. Lean on loved ones. Lean on me. Lean on whoever you feel safe with, and feel. I love you guys. I know this message will divinely find you gentlemen, or anybody else that is dealing with the tough transition of death. I love you all. I'm so grateful for this beautiful life and this platform to help others through my experience. I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful day. It is so absolutely gorgeous outside. Sending out waves of love and light and strength and perseverance and knowing. Much love.